Welcome students, this is Bhavna. Here we are going to understand the concept of minerals and energy resources in India. Let us understand what minerals are. Any substance that is solid means solid stage, inorganic. That means not derived from living matter. Naturally occurring, that means not made by human. Homogeneous means uniform structure or of same kind. So anything that is solid, inorganic, naturally occurring and homogeneous comes under category of minerals. We have variety of minerals around us and their range varies from as hard as diamond to that of as soft as talcum powder. Formation of a particular mineral depends upon the physical and chemical condition under which they are formed, and this is the reason we have variety of minerals around us. Minerals are found inside rock. A rock may have a single type of mineral inside it or may have variety of minerals in varying proportion. Here in this slide, we can see variety of minerals present and all are fulfilling the requirement of being a mineral. All are inorganic, naturally occurring, they have specific structure, they are solid and have fixed chemical formula. Minerals play an important role in our life. A survival is not possible without minerals. Human body depends on variety of minerals for its growth, development, etc. In absence of few minerals, it becomes absolutely difficult for body to work. Although they are required in traces, but they are highly essential. Even each and every part of our life needs mineral. They are the indispensable part of life. From a tiny pin to towering building, everything is made up of mineral. They are present everywhere around us. Just look around you and you will find minerals everywhere. Everything consists of mineral. Everything is made up of mineral. A light bulb, a safety pin, a toothpaste you are using in morning, the laptop you are using, the bridge, the towering building, everything that you can see on this slide also, everything is made up of mineral. So minerals everywhere. After understanding the concept of minerals, let us further study the minerals. Before that, we must understand the difference between the study of geographer and geologist. Geographer is more interested in understanding the physical features of the earth, the atmosphere, and human environment interaction. Therefore, he studies mineral in order to understand all these, whereas geologist studies earth in order to understand the formation of the earth and the natural process involved in its formation. Therefore, we can say geographer is studying mineral in order to understand his main subject, whereas for geologist, the study of mineral is the main subject. Minerals can be classified into three categories: metallic, non metallic, and energy minerals. Let us first understand what metallic and non metallic minerals are. Metallic minerals are those minerals which can be melted to obtain new products. They are usually hard and have shine or luster of their own, whereas non metallic minerals are those which do not yield new product on melting. They are not so hard and have no shine and luster of their own. Energy resources. Energy resources are those resources that are used to generate energy, that are used to derive any machinery or vehicle. Now, examples of metallic minerals are iron, copper, gold, nickel, tin, silver, etc. Non-metallic minerals include salt, limestone, sulfur, marble, etc. Energy minerals include coal, petroleum, natural gas. Metallic minerals can further be classified into ferrous, non-ferrous and precious minerals. Ferrous minerals are those minerals that has iron in it or traces of iron. Non-ferrous mineral does not include iron in it, and precious minerals are very precious like gold, silver, platinum, etc. Till now, we have learnt minerals are found inside the rocks, but they are not found in their purest form, or they are not present as it is. Inside the rocks, they occur in form of ore, that is, along with other impurities. And ore must be processed to extract a mineral of interest. Mineral ores are found inside the rock, and rocks are of three types: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rock. So they occur in different way in different types of rocks. Let us study their mode of occurrences in different types of rocks. Igneous rocks are formed as a result of solidification of molten lava or magma, whereas sedimentary rocks are formed as a result of deposition of sediment, and of course they occur in beds or layers. Whereas metamorphic rocks are formed as a result of transformation of igneous and sedimentary rocks when they remain under great heat and pressure. Now let's see how minerals are found inside igneous and metamorphic rocks. In igneous and metamorphic rocks, they are found inside cracks or in between gaps or joints. Smaller occurrences are called veins, but if they occur in larger quantity, it is called lodes. Examples of minerals are tin, lead, zinc, and copper. Now let's see for sedimentary rocks. In sedimentary rocks, they occur in beds or layers, or they may occur as a result of deposition, for example, coal, or they may occur as a result of evaporation, for example, common salt. Minerals also occurs as a result of decomposition of surface rocks. That is, they are formed as a residual mass after withering of main rock. Bauxite is an example of such mineral. Minerals, they also occur as placer deposits or alluvial deposits in sands of valley floor and the base of hills. Such minerals do not undergo rusting and they are very precious. Example of placer deposits are gold, silver and platinum. There is variation in distribution of mineral resources in India. Different areas are rich in different types of minerals. And of course, there are areas which are almost devoid of minerals. For example, alluvial plains of North India are almost devoid of economic minerals, whereas sedimentary rocks on western and eastern Ghats have most of the petroleum deposits. Peninsular rocks have reserves of coal, metallic minerals, mica, and many other non-metallic minerals. Rajasthan has reserves of many non-ferrous minerals. So we can see there is a variation in distribution of rocks or minerals. But what factors determine its variation or why they are varied in form? The reason is because of difference in physical and chemical condition under which they are formed, time involved in their formation, and the most important is geological structure processes. Now let us understand what geological structure processes are. These are the processes that determine the formation of various physical features or the underlying tectonic activity or the internal factors that are responsible for the formation of that particular physical feature. Anyhow, once the location of mineral is identified, then it is seen whether it is profitable to extract that particular mineral or not. Then we see for closeness to the market and many other similar factors are considered. Once all factors are seen and finally it is decided that it is economically profitable or viable to take that reserve out, that particular reserve or mineral deposit gets converted into mine. In this video, we learnt about minerals, their importance, mode of occurrence, and their varied distribution in India. In next video, we'll study more about ferrous and non-ferrous minerals. Till then, happy learning.